Rodgers out of the darkness retreat, refreshed, clear-minded. Presumably now he'll focus on where to play next season. All right, back here with Coach Mangini, Greg Jennings. Greg, former teammate of yours, of course, got some ideas on where he should go. I can't wait to see this list.
Absolutely.
Top landing spots where he should go, not necessarily where you think he'll go,
Yes.
but where he should go.
I got five what I believe to be really good spots, and we're just going to roll it. Let's put them up there. At number 5, I got the 49ers. Now, I understand. I'm already aware, the Green Bay Packers aren't going to trade them to an NFC team, let alone the 49ers.
Right.
But when you look at this situation, they don't know who their starting quarterback is going to be week 1. They're hoping that Trey Lance is going to be healthy. They're hoping that Brock Purdy can get back to being healthy, but they have a vacancy that needs to be filled. Now, he did say when he was golfing, I'm not going to San Fran.
Why did he say that? Did he know they didn't want him or something? Because that didn't make sense.
I think that's just his feeling about San Francisco, which is the only reason that I have him at number 5, because he spoke so adamantly about I'm not going to San Fran. At number 4, I have the Washington Commanders. Now, look, I really like this team. Again, another NFC team. This is why they're at number 4. But when you look at this roster, they have a number 1 wide receiver in Terry McLaurin. They have an up-and-coming young receiver in Jahan Dotson. They have a running game. They have a head coach that needs to win. When you look at what they did last year, they have pieces defensively that are getting healthy. This is a team that's in a tough division that needs a quarterback, a young quarterback in Howell, that you can either turn the keys over to him or you can let him wait and sit behind a guy like Aaron Rodgers. At number 3, Coach, got your old Jets. I got the Jets. Look,
I did it with Brett Favre.
This is why they're number 3 for me. If you follow the steps of Brett Favre, I just don't believe that that's going to happen. Look, this team, we've talked about them all season long. Offensively, they have weapons all around. And if they can get back healthy at running back, they have weapons in the backfield. Defensively, we know who they are. Now, mind you, if they acquire Aaron Rodgers, they may have to give up some of what they do have. But this is a great spot potentially for Aaron Rodgers. At number 2, we got the Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh. And I'm going to give you one reason and one reason only. Davante Adams. You got Davante Adams. He understands who and what he is on the football field. Right. They will have immediate chemistry. Everything else will take care of itself. That's what the hope would be if you're a Las Vegas Raiders fan, if you're Josh McDaniels. But we'll see. Number 1, Aaron, man, just stay in Green Bay.
Man.
This is the best. This is the best.
Fun.
This is the. It may not be fun because it's not new, but it's what you know. You're developing relationship with the young guys. You've started something that everyone felt like, man, if they would have had one more week, the Green Bay Packers would have made the postseason. I like Green Bay. This team is built to win. They've never been built to build upon what they want or restructure or retool. That's not what they do. You're there. It's laid up for you. Just win some games.
All right, look, nicely done with the graphics. I see Aaron got a different look in each one.
Yeah,
he looks happiest, though, with Devontae. He looks happiest with
That's
the
why
Raiders.
I
don't know if you did that on purpose. Coach, go ahead and rip this list to shreds.
I'm not going to rip it to shreds. I actually really like the number 1 spot. I think he should stay in Green Bay. I totally agree with that aspect. I don't think he's going to go to any NFC team because it's not in Green Bay's best interest to trade him in that way. Where I would think would be an interesting spot is the Miami Dolphins. And
I agree.
And here's why. First of all, they're not afraid of age. They were willing to do the Tom Brady deal. So that's one component. There's the uncertainty that you have with Tua. You don't know how well he's going to come back from the concussions. And even in coming back, how long is he going to last? I'd say the next thing is you've got Vic Fangio. So you've got a good defense, and now you've got a really good defensive coordinator. So you add that component, plus Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, 2 explosive wide receivers. Yeah. Now you add Aaron Rodgers to that mix. That changes everything. And I'd say the last thing is it's another way to hurt the Jets. One of the best ways to prevent your opponent from getting better is to stop them from getting the pieces that'll help them to be better. So if they bring Aaron Rodgers in and it prevents them from going to the Jets, it changes the dynamic in Miami. Now, I don't think it can happen because they don't have a first-round draft pick. They've got some problems in terms of the salary cap. They're actually over the cap right now. However, that's not stopped the organization from doing creative things in the past to try to get to answers that they want to get to.
Nah, look, I like Miami. I'm with you. I don't think it doesn't seem like there's any traction there, but it would be good if they could get it done because they need to win now. I mean, they got the players where they want to win now. I like the list isn't bad. I'm messing with you about ripping it to shreds. But let's go to San Francisco because I didn't like, and again, maybe Aaron Rodgers knew, maybe his agent reached out, see where the Niners are thinking, and there's no thought of bringing him in there. But one thing I will say is if he somehow went to the Niners, it is championship or bust. And anything less than winning the Super Bowl, I think it would be viewed as failure for Aaron Rodgers. You know him. Does he want that? I wonder, why wouldn't you kind of, behind the scenes, push to go to San Francisco? Because that's your best chance to win the Super Bowl.
So for me, anywhere outside of Green Bay is championship or bust.
You think if he goes to the Jets, though?
Yes.
I don't think they can win. I don't think they could win a Super Bowl next year.
It's not whether or not they can win it or not, but that's the expectation.
That would be the expectation.
And he forces his way out of Green Bay. Then your expectation is you're going to go there to win. And look, Tom Brady set the bar.
Yes.
Tom Brady set the bar, and now Russell Wilson lowered the bar.
Right.
So, and that what we thought would happen as you change these elite quarterbacks didn't. But that's the expectation now. If you go somewhere that's ready to win, and they need one missing piece, and you're that missing piece, and you don't do it, it's a disappointment.
But to your point, the 49ers and him saying that he does not, I'm not going to San Fran. A lot of times players act like they want it all to be on them, but they really don't.
Right.
Going to San Francisco, nobody would say that's not the team to be. Everybody would say that's the team to be.
Even over Kansas City.
You got it. They're the team. That's the only missing ingredient from them in a lot of our opinion, a lot of people's opinions outside of Philly. The reason why they weren't in that Super Bowl game this year, let alone you get Aaron Rodgers under center. That's the expectation. Done, signed, sealed, delivered. We're going to be in Super Bowl 58.
I'm with you. And even though if people think had Brock Purdy stay healthy, they could win the Super Bowl or they could win it with Trey Lance. If Aaron Rodgers goes there and wins the Super Bowl with all of that talent around him, he still gets tons of credit. I don't think people would look at it like, well, of course he won it. Look at that team. I think Peyton Manning got credit for his last Super Bowl. We just think of him as winning 2 Super Bowls, right? Even though he didn't do much and the defense was great. I mean, if Aaron, like I said, I don't know, maybe he knows they don't want him. But to me, if he wants to leave Green Bay, that's where he should be trying to go. So, all right, coming up next, are the Phoenix Suns a super team? You heard Twan already say no, but we got to explore this. That's next.
He said
first
no?
things first.